Did you get anything done on that Shasta today?
I don't know. Did you get anything done on the Shasta today?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Sheesh, I come inside for 5 minutes and here we go with the 21 questions. Yeah, I went out there. I had some really good intentions too. And why was there no hot water in this shower? Did you wash your big face again?
I washed my big voluminous hair.
I didn't know what you were going to say there for a minute. But yeah, I went out there, I looked everything over, tried to get a handle on the situation, you know, the floor, the walls.
Oh, you put those up?
No, not exactly. They were up already. And what are you getting on my case for anyway? I mean, we just bought the trailer a couple
in June
weeks ago.
2014.
June, it's May 2014. Well, what you don't understand is this is not a sprint. It's a marathon, and my work is quality, and it takes time to plan, design, engineer, and implement all of the different things that I need to do to the trailer. So it's a little bit of a project. And you know, you keep talking about traveling. You want to travel? It's almost 7:30. Why don't you travel yourself into the kitchen? Any more questions, Detective?
Yeah, did you get anything done on the Shasta today?
Did you get anything done on the Shasta today? I made a green screen out of a blue tarp. That's useful, right? No? In the last installment of the Shasta Trailer Restoration Project, we were able to install the ceiling panels and paint the interior walls. And today we'll jump right in and work on staining the new ceiling.
For that, I'm going to use this Minwax Golden Pecan wood stain. I've found that it's difficult to shop for wood stain because the color on the can is not representative of the final color of the work. This is because the color of the underlying wood has a great effect on the final appearance of the project. So I went down to Walmart and I just picked out the 2 stains that I thought would most likely look good on my ceiling. I got this Golden Pecan, and I also picked out a cherry color, and after trying them both out on a test panel, I think I like the looks of the Golden Pecan just a shade better. Haha. So that's the one we're going with. To apply the stain, the directions say that I can use either a brush or a rag. I'm going to use a rag. Sorry, Bert and Ernie. Does that make me a man of the cloth? So I'll just dip the rag in the stain and start wiping down in the direction of the grain. This actually might take a minute or two. Okay, I've finished staining one of the panels. You can see how it compares to the unfinished plywood. I think it looks pretty good, although I don't think it looks golden or pecan. I think I would call it red velvet. And here's how it looks with the staining complete. The final step is to apply a nice coat of polyurethane to seal everything up. A word of caution though. I was out here last night applying the stain and I was doing a good job. I was really getting into the work. And my wife came out to tell me that dinner was almost ready, so she stuck her head in one of the windows. She stepped back and said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine. Why?" She said, "I can hardly breathe in there." I said, "Well, that's nice, but you just can't handle your varnish." So I go ahead and finish the job and then go inside. And a little bit later on, when I was relaxing for the evening, I started to feel a little bit numb. I almost felt like I wasn't completely connected to my brain. And I attribute that to the concentrated vapors that I was exposed to. So today, in the spirit of good health, I'm going to use my box fan to keep the air moving a little bit better. So let's see how this looks. Not much different, just kind of a clear coat. And here's how the ceiling looks after 2 coats of polyurethane. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It gives the trailer a really nice, warm, inviting feel, and I think it looks much better than if I would have just painted the ceiling the same color as the walls. It reminds me of a wooden boat or a ship's stateroom. The next thing we need to work on is covering this plywood floor. The flooring I'd like to use is this Armstrong Sentinel Breezewood sheet vinyl, but I'm not sure if I have enough. You see, I went into Home Depot the other day to look for flooring, and this was just laying out in one of the aisles. It wasn't on one of the large rolls. So I found somebody to help me out. The man said he was new to the job and also very frazzled that day because they were short-staffed. I said, "That's a shame. I'm interested in the remnant you have laying over there in the aisle, but I need to know how long it is because I have a very specific dimension that I need to accommodate." He said, "Okay, let's load it up onto the measuring machine." So we loaded it up onto the measuring machine and started cycling it through, and all the while he was looking at his little counter gauge. And after it was all done, he looked at his gauge and he said, "Okay, that's 2 feet long." And I looked at him, and then I looked at the pile of vinyl on the ground and said, "Surely that's not 2 feet long." He said, "Yep, my gauge says 2 feet." I said, "Look at the pile of vinyl on the ground, that's not 2 feet long." And he said, "Oh, yeah, that does look like more than 2 feet." He said, "Why don't I just charge you for 4 feet and you take the chance that it's big enough for your trailer?" Well, I'm not a gambling man, but a good deal also tempts me. So I took the risk. I said, "Okay, load it up." And I ended up paying $35 for this vinyl. And we are about to find out together if it was a good investment or money wasted. And I wish that young man the best in his flooring endeavors. Okay, I've got it laid out here on the driveway. I'm about to unroll it and see if my purchase was foolish or not. Well, it's more than 4 feet anyway. 89.5 inches is my minimum width. And I think we're there. So I paid for 4 lineal feet. And look at that, I got 10. That's a bargain. I hope I measured right. Okay, let's see how this fits. I think that'll work. And that is not a mistake. You'll remember the overall length of the vinyl was 10 feet. Well, the length of my trailer is just a little bit more. The width of the vinyl sheet was 12 feet, so I could have rotated the entire piece 90 degrees and it would have filled the entire floor space. The trouble with that, however, would have been that these faux wood planks would have been running perpendicular to the length of the trailer, which I think would have looked a little bit goofy. So I decided to orient the flooring this way, even though there will be this void up front, but this area is going to be covered by cabinets, so it won't even be seen. So now that I know the fit is good, I'll roll the vinyl up and prep the subfloor. To get the plywood ready, I've cleaned it, and now I'm going to fill all of these low spots with this universal patch and skim coat. I think it needs more butter. Okay, that should do it. The patching compound is dry and I've sanded down all of the high spots, so now it's time to glue down the vinyl sheet. To apply the glue, I'm using a 1/16 inch notched trowel. And this is my first time installing vinyl flooring, so I'm not really sure what the best practices are. Okay, I think I've got an adequate amount of sticky on there, so I'll roll back this half of the vinyl sheet. I should probably be real careful with this because once it's down, I doubt that it will want to come up again. Now I'll just flip up this other side and repeat. Okay, that side went a little bit quicker. I tried to be thorough and ensure that I used enough glue, but I need to remember that gravity is on my side when adhering a floor. First class, all the way, Jenny's garage. I need to try to mush out any bubbles that may be underneath the floor, because once this is dry, any air that's in there is trapped for eternity. And there you have it. For better or worse, I have a floor and a ceiling. The next step is to reconstruct the interior walls and the cabinets. We'll jump into that project next time. Thanks for watching.